Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a mid-month for the month of December tarot oracle reading. And Aries, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Aries, we still all have a little bit of Aries in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Aries in? That is where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I've already shuffled and washed the cards, and we're going to begin this reading with the energy from the bottom of the deck. And we have the Seven of Wands to start this reading. So the Seven of Wands is about conviction beyond a doubt. It's when you have the information and you know what you know, and you have no doubt that the path that you want to take, what you want to leave behind, what you want to move forward with. And that's the kind of energy we're in right now, mid-month in November. The full moon was a time of release, and the new moon is coming up. And that's the energy that we're moving into also for the end of the year and then the beginning of the year. And so this person is standing on high ground to protect themselves. And from these other wands here, these may be people behind these wands, or it could be an energy of actions that you've even taken yourself in the past that you don't want to repeat. That's kind of the energy. And but something has happened here because this person was in a hurry when they got dressed, and they have one boot on and one shoe on. So they have two different footwear, because it's like they were in a hurry to come out of the house and didn't even notice that they grabbed the wrong shoe. So that's kind of the energy. It's basically saying this wand across the heart indicates an action of protecting what you want for yourself and the directions that you want to go in. And it's across your heart, and you will fight for that, because this is what you know. It's very like, wow. And the King of Pentacles is coming in. So the King of Pentacles I just did a reading a while back here, and he was in this exact position. So I don't know if this represents you as the King of Pentacles, or if it represents this, other people, someone else who's the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is someone that is very focused on money, and they have, he's sitting on his throne, and he's considered like an expert in finances, in business, someone like that, someone that people go to advice for business. And it also could be life insurance, financial advisors, that kind of thing. And this energy is the underlying energy of the what-ifs. And the what-ifs are the things that when you're laying awake at night and you can't sleep and you're like, what if this happens? What if that happens? That kind of energy. And that indicates that those are internal forces. And the internal forces are something that you have control over. So that's what we're working on now. But the underlying energy is having to fight for what you want and what you know without a doubt. And there's some issue here with the King of Pentacles, because this is, I think he may have even, for sure this card was in this position not long ago, and it's been in the readings a lot. So I'm not quite sure what that's about. Maybe we all need to watch our finances, Aries. but the next card up is You're a Star. So this is awesome energy. Aries is the infant of the zodiac. And Aries, that energy is that you were born to be a star. You're innocent, and you're part of the universal plan, part of God's plan. And the 7 stars here represent the Pleiades. And in my oracle, Tales from the Vector, the Pleiadian stars represent the chakras. So this energy is talking about really getting in alignment with what you want. And you could be the King of Pentacles, or the King of Pentacles could be someone that you've had to go up against, is what's coming up. And recognize this is an archetype. And the archetypes are like, so this could be a female in her masculine energy. And also this could be a male in your feminine energy. But this could be someone, this card could also be indicating someone that you could go to for advice if it was something in that area. So we'll see. We'll keep going here. The next card up, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the Queen and King of Pentacles have been showing up a lot. When they show up together, and yeah, now I remember, they didn't show up, like this was the underlying energy for the what ifs. So they show up together, but it feels like they're not a couple, or maybe they're not going to be a couple, something like that, some sort of energy there, because he's focused on the pentacle and she's focused on the pentacle, but he's over here, and he's the underlying reason for the what ifs possibly, or he's the underlying solution for the what ifs. But the Queen of Pentacles, she's a queen in her own right. Like, she's also an expert at finances. She's known for being able to really understand quality over quantity. So she doesn't just throw money around to impress people or any of that energy. As a matter of fact, if there is such a thing as someone's Instagram photos of their palace looking like it does in real life, she would be that example. This is someone that also is known for being able to take nothing and make it into something. And so the Queen of Pentacles is very focused on the pentacle, and the King of Pentacles is very focused on the pentacle. So we'll see. Like, this star energy, I feel, is representing you, Aries, and because it's coming in as like new and innocent. And you could be the Queen of Pentacles, we'll see. And recognize also that the Queen of Pentacles could be a male in their feminine energy. So there's been disappointment in the past. So this disappointment, and this is the Four of Cups, it could be over love. This could be a couple that's separated, that has separated. That's the energy I'm getting. And they might be fighting over the money. It could be that kind of energy, because there's a disappointment here in these three cups of love. This person is sitting under the tree, and he's got his arms crossed, and he's like, no, I don't want to take that pentacle. And he also has his legs crossed. I don't want to take any action. I already was disappointed 3 times. And cups quite often represent actual romance, but they can also represent something that you love, that you want to be, that you love to be, or that you love to do. And so this energy is very closed here. He doesn't even want to take another cup. He's like, if it's going to be the same old shift, I don't want it. Like, I don't want to be disappointed again. I'm tired of being disappointed. And you notice he's also on higher ground here, right? And so this energy could talk about this couple, and maybe they've tried to make it work, 3 or more times, and every time he's disappointed. And maybe the energy is, oh, let's try one more time, or she wants to try one more time, he. But the King of Pentacles is like, no, I'm without a doubt, I do not want any part. I want out. That's the energy I'm getting. So that and then we have the Emperor coming in. So the Emperor is about performance. And so this could be a judicial figure. This could be a judge. This could be something legal that's come up. It's all like the Emperor is all 4 kings rolled into one. And this is kind of an attitude here, because the Emperor is all about performance, and he's been there and he's done that. And that's kind of energy I'm getting, is like, I'm done putting up with your bullshit, and I'm taking the stand like the Emperor. I'm wise, like I'm all 4 kings rolled into one. I've given this a chance. I'm getting 3 strikes, you're out. That kind of energy. So, and this doesn't have to be like a romantic love. This could be family, it could be friends, it could be business partners, it could be a lot of things. But this is, and the Emperor also, keep in mind, this can be a woman in her masculine energy that's saying, no, I don't want anything to do with the King and the Queen of Pentacles, or it's the Queen of Pentacles saying, I don't want anything to do with the King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles saying, I don't want anything to do with the Queen of Pentacles. But I feel, because the King of Pentacles is over here, with like the underlying energy of all the what if. Like, remember, if you're laying in bed, these are the internal forces within inside of you. And it's kind of, I'm really getting 3 strikes and you're out. I'm not going to entertain being disappointed again. I'm putting my foot down. He's got his armor on underneath his cloak here. And it's like, I'm getting the energy that that's what it is. 3 strikes and you're out. And then we have the King of Wands. Yes, so, and this Emperor is taking action. That's what's coming up. Done. This energy is, yeah, it's like, I feel like this King of Pentacles may be someone that is causing her what ifs, because that's in here. But I don't necessarily feel, this could be you, and you could be in this situation, but I feel definitely these people are separating. And now the King of Wands is coming out, and the King of Wands is a visionary, and he's looking right at the Emperor here. And he's ready to, you notice they're both got their kind of like ready to go energy. If they have to take action, they will. And so I feel like this is representing the Emperor and like these 2 kings here, these 2 energies, that this Emperor is going in, this person has become the Emperor almost because of the energy. And that could be you, like in this position of like you could have been the Queen of Pentacles even, and then you have to be saying no to the King of Pentacles. You're the Emperor now. You're in your masculine energy and you're taking action to end it. It could be a lot of different ways. We'll see. We'll have to clarify this one some more. Yeah, we've got the 8 of Swords here. So there's a lot of thoughts here. This is representing a mental prison. And it can also represent an actual physical prison. So there could be some legalities going on that the Emperor is looking into. That could be like why all these pentacles are showing up also. So this is an energy of whatever's happened. It's not just like in a family or whatever. I feel like it's something bigger than that. It might have to do with a company, something to do with money. It could have to do with an estate. Quite often, the King and Queen of Pentacles come from old money. That's what it represents. And it's like a legacy for generational wealth. So it could be something to do with that. A probate lawyer, that energy. So the mental prison here, this is someone who's standing and feeling trapped, like they don't know which way to go. And this energy is like, but she also has 1 foot stepping forward. She was standing in this puddle, and now she's standing on with 1 foot on ground, and it's the right foot. So I feel like, I can almost feel like her coming out of this card here and okay, I'm ready to make a move now. That's what this action is. So this could be the Queen of Pentacles in this masculine energy, you know, and it could be you embodying all of this, because this mental prison is a prison sometimes that we create for ourselves. We have to go inward and solve, okay, what are we going to do here to get out of this situation? And there's a castle in the background there, and it's kind of like these are at her back. So that's behind, the castle's behind her, and she's moving forward, and there's only 1 sword here. And so I feel like this energy is saying, I'm moving, I'm going on my own. I don't want to be part of this couple energy. And we have justice. Oh, that was that one. Justice is over here. This one's over here. So these are the internal boundaries. Let's just look quick here before we get to the external forces. But so I feel, though, that justice is from the external forces coming in is making these people here say, what if, what if, what if? So something's been done in the past here. And the star, because that's you, Aries, that's who we're doing the reading for. You are moving into this new energy, and I feel like it's like some sort of truth has come out. And perhaps, like as I said, it wouldn't have to be this couple. It could be about this couple. And it may be people that you trusted, and now they've disappointed you 3 times, and you're like, you know, I'm not entertaining another go with you. And taking this very masculine stance. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take action against you. And if I have to, I'll hire a lawyer to do so, and I will get justice. That's the energy I'm getting. So this is about your self-identity and image. It's like someone, you were innocent, and these people were doing something that could have possibly been just like shifty, or it could have been something like illegal, actually. So that's the energy that I'm picking up, because this is an authority figure for justice. And if this is your self-image, this is saying I'm innocent. I have been, you know, she's dipping into the universal waters and she's pouring it back out on land. So she's bringing all this energy of the star. And in my oracle, it's the card is actually named Innocence. So I feel like, yeah, there's something going on here. Something's been, whatever was hidden here is coming out. And it's behind her. It's behind, like, so it's from the past. That much I feel is really clear. And perhaps it has to do with this couple, and now this couple is separated or divided. And there's conviction beyond a doubt. And I feel like the energy with the sky, this color in the background, is saying like, this, your identity, you have value for yourself. This is about communication from your early life. Maybe you were taught, oh, give people another chance. People make mistakes, that kind of energy. And you're done with that now. And you're like at this home and family and your emotional foundation that you want peace in your life. You don't want to be in, you do not want to repeat this cycle, period. And you will take action to protect your family and to protect your children, yourself, your home life. You will take action if need be. And that's what this is, conviction beyond a doubt. Don't want anything to do with it. And this is about your daily routines, your habits and that, and your health. And so this is speaking of your mental health. And this is like saying, yeah, no, I'm not doing this again. No way. And justice is going to be served here, for justice on the spiritual realm, and it looks like something in possibly the physical. The justice, she's sitting on her throne, and notice that they're all wearing red here, like that, and even a red shirt here. They're all wearing red, and she's sitting on her throne, and she's in between these two pillars, representing good and evil, positive, negative, strong, weak energy. And she's justice is when you get neutral to what has happened, enough that you're able to be neutral enough not to be bothered by it, so you can make really strong decisions. And I feel like she's now come to that point, and she's not entertaining any involvement with these people, period. No doubt, like, I don't want anything to do with you, nothing. And that's the energy. Really interesting. And she's also got her right foot forward. She's got her right foot forward. The king's ready to get up and do action. The emperor has armor underneath his red robe, so he's ready to fight if he has to. And the Queen of Pentacles is totally focused on the pentacle there. That she's not looking at anyone here. She's not like, and this is maybe something that the Queen of Pentacles does not want to look at. Really, really different energy here. And then we have Lovers here. So the Lovers is speaking about choices. That's what this card is about. It's choices about who you want to partner with, who you want to have in your romantic life. It's also talking about if this is just like one person embodying all this energy, or like this person embodying, that's you, coming in to all these energies. It can represent your masculine and your feminine energies really coming into balance, and the sun shining on that. So this energy, though, I feel like it has something to do with Lovers. We'll see. We'll see some more. So the Page of Pentacles is here now also, and the Page of Pentacles is studying that pentacle. And this represents, and like, look at how we have all this red here, and now there's red on the Page of Pentacles head. And that's kind of saying that this person can kind of get in their ego. They're someone that can be hot-headed, but they're very focused on this pentacle. And I feel like these people could have come from money. Like they might have a higher social standing, and they come from money. And he's staring at the pentacle because he's been taught that this is the pentacles are their health, wealth, happiness, their abundance. And he's been taught how to value money, how to work with money from a very young age is what's coming up. And the pages would work for the king from the age of 7 to 14. So they would quite often work for royalty. And there's 2 kings and 2 queens here. Or sorry, 3 kings, or 2 kings, an emperor and a queen here. And, this energy is speaking of a lot of authority figures. And the Page of Pentacles is studying that pentacle like the king and the queen. So this could be their child. It could have something to do with their child, that kind of energy. And then we have the Fool off on his journey. And so this is about you going in a different direction, and not, I feel like this is you just, okay, I'm leaving this situation now. If you had to hire a lawyer or someone that could advise you, I feel like you may have gone to the emperor and said, I need justice, and just leave it up to them. It feels like I don't have a care in the world now. I'm taking what little, I don't care if I end up with 1 pentacle. I end up with 1 pentacle. I'm moving on. That's the energy. And then the Page of Swords is coming in. And so that's another communication. So this is communication. There wasn't really any communication, and all of a sudden there's communication, because the Fool is now on their own journey. So whoever has caused this energy of these swords is now trying to communicate with the Star. And the Star is basically saying, no, I don't want to communicate with you. 3 strikes, you're out. I'm not. And it could be someone that was a lover at one point and isn't anymore. It could be someone you were married to. It could be family. It could be a lot, like friends, business partners. It could be a lot of different things, because sometimes the cups represent romantic love, and sometimes they represent what you love, or who you love and how you love. And that includes your family and everything else. So I feel like the Page of Swords has come in with communication. And it's kind of like out of the blue, it's like the Fool wasn't like you're on your journey, and all of a sudden this person from your past that you haven't heard from for like a long time shows up all of a sudden. And sometimes this Page of Swords or Page of Swords energy is communication, and that is regarding this energy here, or the same old energy here, that if you would have accepted this cup of what they're trying to offer, that you're going to end up just like this again. You're going to end up repeating a cycle. And this is like, we're in a new cycle here, and this is representing new, like innocence, starting over again, doing what you want again, dipping your foot in the waters again after a lot of hardship. And so these external forces, this card can sometimes represent someone who's a spy, like that kind of energy. It can represent communication by email, by phone, text, like, you know, in the old days that would, you know, it would be on foot or by horse. But with the page, I'm getting, there's been some sort of communication came through, and it didn't go very far because the death is here. And so this is the Grim Reaper. This is the end of a cycle again. So the end of this, no, I'm on my new journey. Goodbye. It's that kind of energy. And it's very conviction beyond a doubt energy. I'm nothing to do. And this could be that a lawyer has advised this person, or you, if that's you, to not speak to people that you were involved with in the past that did whatever they did, because it's not like, just don't talk, don't have anything to do with them. Don't get, yeah, that's the energy I'm getting. Because here we have an older person turning away from, they don't want to see the change coming through. And this flag represents light at the end of a tunnel. The death, quite often people get freaked out by that, but the death card is actually about death and rebirth. That's why the sun is rising between the pillars, and that's the same as these two pillars. The sun represents God. So, you know, God is shining their light on your journey here, and there's big change. Like this is representing the end of a cycle, which is what we were talking about when we began this this reading. But it's really interesting because I feel like, again, if you just look at the cards here, and you'll see the sky, the color of the sky, someone who was very disappointed, someone innocent who is very disappointed, conviction beyond a doubt, but got up in a rush and put two different shoes on. And this can also represent being in one world and one foot in the other kind of energy. But it was in a hurry to protect themselves. And now we have this energy coming in again here. Like this is all, when we have the yellow sky, that's an energy of being of happiness and joyfulness. It's coming from the sun. And just the color of the sky for this other energy is all different. So that's kind of, and now this is coming in here. So we've got this and these. So I'm just getting, it's raining money. And see the color of the sky again. I'm just, like, this is when I'm not usually this wrapped up in the color of the sky, but this energy belongs here. So I'm getting that this is about money. It's not about wanting to reconcile or for any good, you know, like there's some money, there's some sort of prosperity there that is in question. That's the energy I'm picking up. So the energy is really strong for you, Aries. Just stay in this place where you're, you know, stand on your convictions. And if something feels off, then just don't entertain it. And because this card here is about commitment, marriage, and partnerships. And the Page of Pentacles is about transformation, like this energy here. And it's something about what this queen has got one pentacle and this king has one pentacle. The page has one pentacle. So I just feel like this is a family. And this energy is separate from that energy. So there was, this is talking about generational wealth. This is talking about abundance in the lifestyle that you want. And all this, like it's in the, and so we've got here, we'll just keep going here. This is about higher learning. Now that you know what you know, you're ready to move on. And I don't feel like this is necessarily like actual people so much as it is an energy. Like it could be, it is definitely for some of you an actual situation. But this is sort of saying that when you have a situation that's troubling you and you end the cycle, don't entertain it again. Like, I believe people when they show you who they are the first time. That's the energy I'm getting. And then we have, this is about career reputation. So someone's reputation might be on the line because of what has happened here. And they're trying to fix it behind the scenes so that it's not an embarrassment to them. And then or it could be some illegal activities coming up regarding a whole bunch of money that the King of Pentacles was responsible for as an authority figure and didn't do what they were supposed to do with it. So that could be a probate lawyer, or it could be about wills, it could be about real estate, you know, it could be about all sorts of things. It could be about businesses. This could go even to a higher level, like high levels of government, you know, people running countries, because we have all these kings and queens here. There's a lot of energy in the world like that right now, and of royalty going through it right now. And, you know, just in general, all around the world, it seems like there's always a new problem that comes up that's like, whoa, are you kidding me? Like, this is like big world problems that one after another are coming out, kind of energy. And so this position talks about the spirituality aspects of this, and it can also be about secrets. And this position is an ending, because this is now a new beginning. Like this is Aries energy right here. So the infant of the universe. I'm going to clarify this. Whoops. Well, this card wants to stay here on this side, so I'm going to clarify this card with this. Abuse of power. There we have it. That's the energy that I was picking up. So this is a karmic space. And so this is talking about, you know, taking advantage of people that don't have the same power as you. And it can also be about, you know, that can trickle down all the way from the very top levels of government and running countries all the way down to law enforcement and running a family, like just your own family. Because a lot of, like, anyone can fall into that power or into that karma. It's a karmic space that's really common for humans. Sometimes people aren't used to power and they accidentally abuse it too. Like it's not always intentional. Ooh, these cards are like jumpy. So I'm just going to say, like, if you're enjoying this reading, do please like and comment. I'd like to get more of a grip on this. The cards are like really like, that's what I've noticed with my oracle cards, is when they're ready to come out, they're ready to come out. So if you're enjoying this, give it a like and a comment. That'll really empower me to build my channel. And this is Tales from the Vector, is my oracle that I started back in 2007. There's 64 paintings. I'm an artist, so I was working on these paintings, and they're great big dragon paintings, so they took for a long time to get all 64 done. I finished them in 2020, and they've been out and about, but not before all the paintings were done. And so now I'm gathering information because I'm getting ready to bring my oracle out into physical form, talking about birth. And I'm just gathering the information so that I can write the book up that goes with it. You can see the paintings at talesfromthevector.com. That's TAILS. And that energy, or that the cards come out. There's numbers on these cards of the numbers of the paintings that are there, and I will have in the description box below the card numbers as they come out, in the order they come out, so you can kind of take a look. It might empower you a little bit more. Yeah, and let's continue this now. So we've got abuse of power here of some sort, and for the internal boundaries, dissemination of information. So this is about, quite often it's coming from the upper, like politicians, people who run countries, whatever. If you look in the news and they're having problems, that trickles down to, of course, the people below. And it's like when people speak in, they're not, you can't really understand what they're saying because they're just using a lot of words but not really saying anything. It's that kind of energy. And I'm just taking there's 6 cards that popped out like when I was shuffling. And these two keep wanting to stick together, but I'm going to separate them. So that this is the Hangman, balance. So this is talking about the hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge. So maybe it's not such a bad idea to sit under that tree with your arms crossed and your legs crossed. The hangman actually hangs from the tree of knowledge upside down, and he has his left leg behind his right also. So it's that kind of energy. There's something not right here, and you're not innocent anymore. Sometimes what happens is when people choose to remain innocent because they don't want to be bitter and cranky all the time, what happens is they make a choice to remain innocent like a child, and that energy that we're moving into for a new year, because like 2025 adds up to the number 9, which is a symbol for the end of a cycle, and 2026 adds up to 1, which is the beginning of a new cycle. So a lot of people are really feeling this energy right now. And the hangman is saying, take a look at it, find new perspective until you get insight before taking any moves. And so that was good advice here. Yeah, and then Aries popped out. Sometimes it's better just to be than to be doing. That's what I'm getting. Like, don't do anything unless you're absolutely sure, or you maybe go consult with someone that is an expert in that field. Like if you feel like something happened in your business or something happened in your life in general, that you go and you get expert advice before you would entertain speaking to someone, or that comes in from your past that you feel might be involved in illegalities. I don't know if I said that right. So this is attachment. And so attachment is kind of the karmic space, of the mother of all karmic spaces, because once you become attached to something, you might abuse your power because you don't want to lose it. And it's kind of that energy, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. And that's sitting right on this card here. It's saying like, if you're attached to the outcome, if you're attached to the way things were supposed to be done, it almost always leads to disappointment. So attachment is something, it's a karmic space, like where we can really become attached to the way things were instead of wanting to move into this new way. A lot of people are feeling that right now. And it can be attachment to like where you live, the house you're in, the job you have, the people that are in your life, that kind of energy. And then All-Star also wanted to come out, and that's on the insight. So this chakra is about making sure you use your insight. And I'm just, because in my oracle, the chakra energy is represented by dragons that come flying out of the Pleiades. So that's why I feel like this energy of Aries energy coming in right now, all new, is like, remember, you haven't done this before, so you have to have this balance within you. So you need to use your intuition and your insight, and as well as, and that's like the blindfold over the eyes like this sometimes can mean this person just doesn't want to be distracted by outside influences, by you know, the external forces. So they are going inward and they're not looking with their actual eyes, they're looking with their insight. That's the energy that I'm getting here. Maybe you've been overthinking, and now it's time to like go inward. And that's the Hangman is saying that this is a good time right now to go inward, like, and really, because we're moving into new, you're probably not going to want to do things the same old way that you used to do it. We have death again on the action. Yeah. That there's transition happening. And look at death is right across from each other here. It's like looking each other, you know, like this action, again, unless you know exactly what action to take, don't take it. Don't accept phone calls, don't communicate with people that you have a bad feeling about. And then Virgo energy comes in. And so this energy is of the young adult, but on an astrological level, Mercury was was in retrograde, and it came out of retrograde yesterday as I'm doing this reading. So this will come out a little bit after that, but just saying that that energy of Mercury being in retrograde causes communication gaps. And it's again, and it's sitting right on this card of wanting to make sure you have all the information. And so Virgo is the energy of a young adult that is into kind of that Aquarius energy, like more so like that kind of age. And they want to contribute, and they do that by analyzing. And Virgo likes things in order. Like they like their thoughts to be in order. So this energy is saying, get your thoughts in order before you take action. Again, it's saying it. This is like being said over and over in case you're just a little infant here and you're innocent. So be really careful here. And yes, then we have Venus energy coming in on the lovers, and this is about. If you really get clear on what you're doing, you will be able to move forward, and then you'll be able to anticipate the journey and let go of the expectations, and that will allow you to let go of the attachments to how it should have been. Sometimes rejection is God's protection. And so that was the cards, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 popped out out of the deck when I was shuffling there. So we have deception. So there's been some sort of, I feel like it's got to do with past, people from your past lovers, past partners in business, past partners, that were, it could be a marriage again, like that's not together, people that are separated. There's so many variables here. This is a general reading, so just take what works for you and leave the rest. We have the moon. So the moon represents hidden energy, and I feel like the hidden energy has come out. That's what's happened, and that may be on December 4th when the full moon hits here, or has hit. I will probably have this out like about the day after, and because I like to have the energy. This is for the middle of the month. So I do have reading that I just put out. I got all 12 readings for the zodiacs out regarding the full moon on December 4th. So if you want to watch that, it might give you some more energy or some more information. And the reckless abandon is WRECK. So once you have the illusion, like the illusions are gone, I feel like after December 4th, you may have that full moon is a time of release, and it's a time of letting go of what no longer serves you so that you can prepare for the new moon and moving into the new energy of the Fool starting their journey. And then we have perception. So this is kind of like a major accomplice, like an energy that a lot of people get into. And it's kind of like when you think, oh, the grass is greener on the other side, And then you find out, oh, that's because it was fake. Having said that, if you put the work into green grass, if you've ever owned a property and you've had a lawn, you know if you water it and fertilize it and you know, you nurture it and cut it often so that it doesn't get a lot of weeds, then you'll have a beautiful green grass that's real. And that's kind of it's kind of what saying you'll get the energy that you put into it is what you'll get out of it. And it's talking again about the hangman here. So this is about your perception. A cat's purr is like, has such a high vibration. It's very healing. And it's kind of that kind of energy. But it's saying again, you know, if there's something fake here, there's something not quite real. So watch your, you know, don't take action until you're ready. But the Fool is ready to go on an adventure, and the Fool wants to expand and doesn't want to contract. So like this energy, I just feel like Sagittarius is moving into, you know, that energy on the 21st of December, it will move into the Capricorn energy. And I feel like maybe at that time, I'm just looking at that energy. Sagittarius is sitting right on the information coming in. Maybe by the time the new moon comes up, you'll have a much better idea of what this communication was really about. And, oh, and look at, yeah, Capricorn is on the death, the end of a cycle. So this could be someone that, like, when I have this many cards come up in a general reading like this that are zodiac cards, in a general reading, I look at these as more like states of being and stage of life. Like Aries is the newborn infant coming into new. And it's about whether you want to do or you should just be for a while. And then we have the Virgo energy, which is when you're now a young adult and you want to contribute. And it's about getting things in line and being very kind of, like you can become very analytical and critique by adopting the Aquarius energy of observe, experiment, and then double up on what works and let go of what doesn't. That's that. And then from that energy, right away, then you're moving into the Libra energy, which is the zodiac sign right after Virgo. And it's like, okay, now I'm ready to have a mature relationship with, I'm at the point where I could get married now. I'm grown up enough I can anticipate how the rest of my journey is going to go instead of having expectations and being disappointed by what didn't happen. Then we have the energy of the Sagittarian that's like, okay, I'm ready for an adventure. I want to go travel some more. And the Capricorn is the ambition to do so, and then recognizing that it's also a big responsibility. This is coming on death. So any one of these cards could represent someone that you know in your life, but not necessarily. So I just wanted to make that kind of clear. And then we have Temperance. So this is talking about whatever abundance that you get will be like, if you have devotion to your path. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. Temperance is about how, like, Sagittarius is not known for being patient. So it's kind of the energy of if you become, if you have the patience to look into things before just jumping into action, that this is like devotion to your path. And the Bible actually talks about this, like temperance is like, you know, there's 4 different types of personalities, and one of them is temperance. And that is the best energy to be in because, you know, you're able to anticipate, enjoy the journey because you took the time to look at it in a mature way. So that's been quite a reading, Aries, for an infant. And then we have Aquarius on the bottom here again saying observe. And then, you know, so what it's saying, you don't want to observe your whole life, right? You want to, eventually you have to experiment. If you don't a failure that a lot of times, you know, we're all afraid of failure at times, but failure is just an indication that you actually stepped out of your comfort zone and, you know, it didn't work out. So now you take what you learned from it and you do it again. Huh, what a different reading. What a great way, Aries, to start off this next cycle. It is. It's really good advice. So, you know, if you like this, please do hit the like button and comment, and subscribe if you resonate to the energy of my channel. It really does empower me to build my channel, and I really, really do appreciate it. I will be back with another reading for you for the end of the month after the new moon. Bye for now.